You're charged with driving while your license is suspended. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On December 2nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a minor accident on Sam Houston Parkway. Upon arrival, the officer met with both parties of the accident as well as a witness. The witness advised that there were minor disturbances on the scene in which a knife was brandished by the defendant who was parked across the street from the accident. The officer identified the defendant and discovered he had a mandatory suspension on his driver's license for a second DWI. And the defendant advised that he had still been driving for work. He had personal business despite having personal knowledge of the suspension. The defendant stated he was driving from San Antonio and was only waiting for his coworker who was involved in the accident.
Does he have an open DWI right now?
Does not appear so, Your Honor. It appears that the last DWI he had was in 2019 out of Bexar County.
All right, everyone, hold tight. This courtroom story kicks off with a twist. A man is charged with driving on a suspended license, a serious offense that could land him 6 months in jail and hit him with a $2,000 fine. It all started with a minor accident on Sam Houston Parkway, but things quickly took a turn. When officers arrived on the scene, a witness claimed the man had displayed a knife. Digging deeper, authorities discovered his license had been suspended after a second DUI. To make matters worse, the man openly admitted he was driving for work, despite knowing he wasn't legally allowed to.
Bear County, yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Patlan,
Yes, sir.
I want you to understand one thing. I'm going to find that there's... So, wait a second. Someone saw him driving, or did the officer see him driving? Because I didn't...
He admitted that he had been driving for work. And he admitted to having personal knowledge of suspension as well.
Did anyone see him driving?
No, Your Honor, there's only the
Do
state.
we know even when he was driving?
There was an accident. That's what dispatch involved. And then
Okay, so, okay, so,
there was an accident, and then officers arrived, and then they made contact with the defendant.
got it. So all this was in response to an accident that he was allegedly involved in?
Yes.
Got it. All right. So I am going to find probable cause, Mr. Patlan. And no, don't. You have the right to remain silent, exercise. I've got about a bunch of DAs here. Anything you say, they're going to use it against you. But let me make something abundantly clear to you. I'm going to have you sign with me today an affidavit. This is a promise that you're making to me that you're not going to drive. I don't.
Let's break it down further. The man claimed he wasn't involved in the crash at all. In fact, he said he was just waiting for a coworker. But here's where things get complicated. No one actually saw him driving. Still, he told the officer himself that he had been behind the wheel, fully aware that his license was suspended. That admission alone raised serious concerns. The judge's key question was simple. Did anyone witness him driving? The answer was no. But even without a witness, his own statement was enough for the judge to find probable cause. And just like that, the case moved forward.
What is going on in your life? When we mean no driving, we mean no driving. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 kids. Do not drive. If you do, I can have a contempt hearing facing up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? I don't care what your excuse is. You cannot justify at all any reason. If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and then we can talk. But until that point, I will even do this. This is the number to the DPS driver's license division. If you call them, they can tell you exactly what you need to do to get your license back.
Classes now, sir.
There may be, an SR22. You may have to do all these other things. What you need to do is call them and they can advise you, but don't drive. Do you understand?
Your Honor.
The judge isn't taking any chances. He gives the man a clear and firm warning. Do not drive again. No exceptions. Even trying to explain why he drove could be seen as contempt of court, which carries up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine each time. The message is simple. Get your license reinstated, get insured, and only then can you legally drive. To help, the court even provides contact information for the Department of Public Safety. No more excuses. This isn't just a punishment, it's a serious final warning.
Correction. After reading the full DIMS, the defendant was parked across from the accident. It was his coworker that was involved in the accident. He was parked across, Your Honor. And I do apologize. After reading the complete DIMS, The officer wrote that the defendant was parked across the street from the accident, and he made a statement that he was waiting on his coworker who was in the accident.
No one sees him driving.
He was just parked across the street.
No, no, what, really?
He made the statement that
I get it.
he was in the vehicle and he made the statement.
I took a shower today, no, I mean, you just make a statement, I mean, no, there's no proof.
To having knowledge of the suspension, and he was in the vehicle parked across the street.
But no one sees him driving?
He did make a statement.
No. Good morning, Mr. Navarro. Do you speak English, sir?
Definitely.
If you're gonna play games, it's just not gonna go well, man. Really.
Now the focus shifts to a new case, Mr. Navarro. He doesn't speak English, but the court makes it clear. A language barrier doesn't remove legal responsibility. His lawyer requests a personal recognizance bond, but the judge responds firmly. If the process becomes too difficult, it will be ended. It's not about being harsh, it's about protecting public safety. Navarro's situation is more complex. He has mental health needs, support from his mother, and a chance to stay out of jail if he follows the court's conditions. But to get that chance, he must follow the rules.
Your lawyer's asking me to give you a PR bond, but if I know now that you're gonna give me issues, I'm just not gonna do it, My soul, the only thing I want to do is protect the public. Do you understand? So your lawyer is asking me to, give you a PR bond, but what I need to know is if we let you out, is there going to be a problem with mom?
I'm also going to do jail release instructions. So if we could do a jail release order so that he can go to the Harris Center. Mom is right here. Miss Francisco?
Navarro's mother speaks up calmly and respectfully, asking the court for support, not sympathy. She explains that her son needs consistent treatment to stay on track. The judge listens closely and agrees to help, but sets one clear condition. Navarro must take his medication. If he fails to do so, he could be taken back into custody. The court grants a personal bond and allows his release so he can get the care he needs. His mother has seen this cycle before, but she refuses to give. She still believes he has a chance to turn his life around.
Judge, he needs to get on his medication. So I spoke with mom. If we can do a PR bond, I can do a jail release order for him to go to the Harris Center.
Blas is still here. Do you speak English, ma'am?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Are you okay if he goes back to your house?
I want, if you just wanted to get him like evaluated, that's what I want,
So what,
I wish I could just find a place where they could put my money some month to make sure he is on the medications and stuff like that.
well, I can make it a condition of his bond that he's supposed to take his medication. And if he doesn't, then,
That's what makes him start acting out because I can't force it anything.
well, I am now making it a condition of your bond that, Mr. Navarro, if you want to be out on a PR bond, you have to take your medication. If you don't, then no more PR bond. Do you understand?
There's real emotion in the courtroom as Navarro shares his fear of being without a place to live. The judge stays firm but compassionate, telling him plainly, "Take your medication and good things can follow." Simple words, but they carry real weight. This isn't just a legal matter. It's a chance to rebuild a life. Navarro seems to understand the seriousness now and agrees to take his medication. The court places its trust in him, for now, but it's made clear this is a one-time opportunity. If that trust is broken, the consequences will be swift.
I'm not asking for much.
He's not he doesn't even know how to talk to people, his mind is like sometimes not there, you know what I mean? He understands certain things, but I just have a problem with him. He takes it out on me, not no one else, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get him spraying on him because he's gonna be on the street homeless, and I let my son live in the street.
I got it. I understand. And I'm okay with it. Mr. Navarro, do you want me to let you out?
Look at me out to my home house, you know, whatever.
You have to understand though, I want you to take the medication. Do you understand? If you do not, mom is going to call us, let us know, and then you're going to be right back here with us. So I want you to understand the only thing I'm asking you to do is take your medicine and be nice to mom. It's not hard. When you take the medication, good things happen. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
You promise? I'm serious.
Okay.
So mom, I'm going to give you, we're going to give her your phone number. So if you have any problems, call her, let her know. She'll talk to me and we'll take care of business for you.
Tell him that if the cops show up, he's not gonna get out. He's gonna stay here.
Come on, everybody.
You say that, Junior, because we're here in front of the judge.
Okay.
But you have to take life serious, Junior.
Mm-hmm.
That hurts if you like this.
We don't want to keep you.
Okay, that sounds good to me, but still, I can't.
Next time you're getting out,
Okay, I know.
you better.
Okay, Mr. Navarro, make me proud, huh? Just keep taking the medication. Good things happen, all right? Okay,
Thank you,
yeah,
Judge.
I'll grant it for you.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, any problems, just let us know. We're here to help you out, okay? Really.
So they can't keep him in the hospital like for a
What we'll do
month.
is we can, we can do jail release where we'll take him to the, no.
I will go to my holistics department and we will find resources for that. But I did explain to her that the Harris Center would just take him from jail, do the evaluation. They can't keep him there.
Problem is that at the Harris Center, we can't hold him. We can't force him to stay. If he wants to leave, he can leave. We just can't.
I know.
That's why we will be in contact.
But they have resources at the defender's office to help you out. So whatever you guys need. And then just stay in touch with us if you,
I'm trying to get out of the journey, but I don't.
We will
find
help
more.
you. We can help you do that.
we'll help. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
To conclude, the court offers every available form of support: phone numbers, resources, and follow-up contacts. The public defender's office stands ready to assist. But here's the truth. Success depends entirely on the individual. If they don't follow through, there won't be another chance. The Harrison Center can't force anyone to accept help. The choice has to come from within. This courtroom isn't just about justice. It's about final chances. One man received a warning. Another was given an opportunity. What they do next, that's entirely up to them.